y'all, I wanted to discuss a little bit about what's going on over in North Africa and the Middle East. I believe that we should have seen this coming. Anybody that's any type of student of history knew that something like this could happen at any time. The whole Arab Spring, what were they thinking? I mean, there was a lot of dissent for us there, but we had semi-friendly governments in power. They were stable. The very people that we helped, or so we thought, they're the ones that are now turning on us. We send billions of dollars, billions, to these countries. You cannot buy their respect. You cannot buy their adoration for us. We are the infidel. We are the enemy to them, as set forth in their charter, their religion. Things are not going to get better. The situation overseas is, I believe that what we're seeing right now is a shift in the world structure. It is widespread enough that I believe that whenever this is done, the world as we know it will be different. The governments that are in power, even the Muslim Brotherhood and some of these newer people that we've helped to get in power, they now realize they need us. They need our dollars. They need our money. If they do not have money coming in, they cannot control their population and their people like they like to do. So the gas will not go away. The oil from the Middle East and Africa will not go away. What we have to watch out for is our own companies gouging us because they use the excuse that the turmoil in the Middle East has them and their investors worried. It's this futures market that can really cause us a lot of problems. The supply is not going to go away. It could experience some hiccups. But these governments, they need our money. Russia and Europe, if they just wanted to cut us out completely, and then they have what? Russia, Europe, China. Well, China, they've got a lot of their own energy. They're already in there. It would be a huge loss for them to cut us off. So with that being said, that should embolden us as a populace, as a country, to go forth and do what we need to do. We need to start worrying about ourselves and stop sending these billions of dollars to the people that don't care for us. If it's amazing if you look at it. We're the ones that send billions of dollars to these countries, yet Russia is the one that supplies them with the arms and the things that they need to defy us and to fight us. But Russia does not give them anything. Russia does not give them money like we do. I say that if Putin wants to supply these countries with everything that they need to defy us and to spit in our faces with the money that we give them, I say that we should give them to Putin. Let Putin and let Russia be the ones that support these countries. I say we circle our wagons, get our money out of there. We can't forget about the true allies that we have. We have got to get behind Israel and support Israel. There are a number of allies that we have in the region, and we need to not abandon them. We need to support them. It's a terrible situation. There are too many people in power that it seems like they don't really grasp the gravity of what's going on. And it's almost like they don't value the lives of our soldiers and those that give their lives for the cause of spreading peace, spreading democracy, and spreading the American dream and God-given freedoms throughout the world. It's like they don't care. There are too many people that we have in power that are only worried about their own power. And I'm not going to get political and talk about parties or anything like that. I'm specifically talking about people in power in our government in general. We have the greatest government in the world, the greatest system, but as our populace realizes that they can vote royalties to themselves, as our people realize that with their vote, they can vote for the person that's going to give them the most, that's going to promise the most for them. Well, that's a downward spiral. That's like watching, something go down the drain. As that compounds, I believe we're at the tipping point to where, as these people continue to vote selfishly for themselves, they're not looking at the big picture, and they're not counting on what is happening to the country as a whole. We need to get everything back into perspective here and realize that the government works for us. It is not the government's responsibility to support us. It is the government's responsibility to protect us. I believe part of that starts with the border. We do need, I may catch some flack for this, but we do need to figure out some way to allow those good people that are law-abiding, that, they have broken the law by being here, but it's hard to knock them for leaving the situation that they were in. So we've got to do something, figure out something, all options on the table, to ease the transition. We first have to close the border, but then we're going to have already have in place a plan for those people that are here illegally, that are law-abiding, that have kids in school here that are actually citizens. We have a debacle here that we've got to figure out the best way to take care of this. And it looks like the best way is to a one-time pardon for breaking of the law for those people that have not gotten in trouble, who have contributed to this society, whose only crime is the fact that they did come here looking for a better life. It's a little hypocritical to say it, but I only see that being the way to solve this problem, to work something out with those people that have not broken the law other than coming here to try and better themselves, and then close this border. And we have got to start worrying about ourselves and not all the people that hate us. We cannot purchase love for America. Those that hate us are going to hate us. We can do nothing about it. All we can do is protect ourselves from them. Those who like us, well, that's not as cut and dry, because someone or a people or a country that is friendly to us, that likes us, it's only one cold shoulder away, or one misstep in our diplomacy before we have turned those people, that person, that country against us. It is not a two-way street. I honestly believe that the ones that hate us, that's it. They hate us. But the ones that do like us, they can be turned against us. And so we need to keep that in mind, and we really have got to turn things around, or we're just going to have to withdraw within our own borders and let the world go on without us and start worrying about ourselves. That's not going to happen. But if we don't do something, there's not going to be an America left like what we all knew. My daughter is 19, 20 months old, and she is not going to know the America that I knew, that I grew up as a patron of. I have realized that it's going to be up to me to teach her American history, because as I cannot afford to put her through private school, her private school and her school is going to have to come from her mother and I, teaching her the things that the public school system is lacking. We are going to have to take it upon ourselves, as all parents should, but we need to realize that as parents and take it upon ourselves to teach our children the values and the information that we believe they need to be taught. It's just, there's so many things to talk about, but it all comes down to the family, protecting your family, taking care of yourselves. We need to think about the country as a whole, but the protection comes from you, probably the ones that are watching this video. You see what is arrayed out here in front of you. Everybody needs to be able to protect themselves. The more good, outstanding people that have access to firearms and have firearms and are trained to use them, the less crime we will have in this country, because criminals will have a deterrent. They will know that if they kick down this door, there's a possibility that they could get shot because that homeowner may have a gun there, or that person they're about to mug may have a gun. Places like New York, stuff like that, to where the criminals know that nobody has the means to protect themselves. They can do what they please because they have no fear of being shot, of being killed, of being injured. It's so crystal clear, but it's the idea that so many of these, like Bloomberg, are against. I honestly believe that people like Bloomberg, they view citizens having the means to protect themselves as a threat to them and their power, because they know that if ever they decided that martial law or anything along the lines of that were something that they wanted to explore, well, with an armed citizenship, they can't do that. They cannot take power from us. They cannot take the country from us. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm about to get political, and that's not my goal here. I would love to hear you guys' comments on this. Anything, even if you disagree with me, please drop your comments in there. Please keep it clean. I'm not going to delete any of them. It's okay if you disagree with me or if you agree with me, but I would love to hear your comments on this because it's something that we really need to discuss. Thank you.